Okay, here's a quick video tutorial on this portrait right here. The first thing I want to do is brighten up the image a little bit, doing a curves adjustment. Just drag that up a little bit, right around there. Oh, right there. I usually merge my layers together, so I'll hit Shift-Command-E, which is going to merge all of it together. The next thing I'm going to do is go on my clone tool and make a copy of this layer by Command-A, Command-C, Command-V. So you can see now I have a copy right here. Make my brush a little bit bigger, which is, I just use my brackets on my keyboard, which you can go bigger or smaller, so you don't have to go up here and do it. And clone out some of these little wrinkles. And the reason I'm doing it on its own layer is so if I need to erase something, it's really easy to do that. Like that. I'm going to change my opacity down to 50 on these up here so it's not so strong and it blends it a little bit better. Like that, and right here. And I'll also do the corner, change it to 100% opacity real quick, and do this corner. Okay, now I'm going to change it to my brush. And with 20% opacity, I'm going to choose this color right here, which I'm holding that option right now to click this color. Quick little shortcut. And I'm just going to brush around the edges here. Hitting option again to take a color from over here since it's a little bit darker. Like that. Okay, once that's done, I'm going to look at it like this, and I can see right here, hold on, right in this area, I drew a little bit too much, so I'm just going to go and erase it. Again, hitting my little bracket key on my keyboard, make my brush smaller, like that. Okay, once that's done, I'm going to merge it again, Shift-Command-E, and again, make a new copy, Command-A, C, V. And then I'm going to run a filter, portraiture, to smoothen the skin. Now, if you don't have portraiture, I also have an action that can smooth skin really quickly, but this is usually the fast little way to do it since I already have it installed. Like that. Now you can see everything looks way too smooth, so what I like to do is make a masking layer here with it and invert it. And now I'm going to go in, now you can see there's nothing smooth about this, so I'm going to go in and now just do where I want it to be. And make sure that you are on a brush, not an eraser. Okay, now I'm on a brush. And make sure that it's clicked to white. You can hit X and it'll toggle between the two. So now I'm on white. Like that. And the important thing when you're smoothing skins is that you don't overdo it. 100% for me is usually too much for my liking. So I usually do 100% while I'm initially doing it, and then I'll change it over here to match what I want it to look like. And you can see that I'm smoothing out everything right now. And now I'm going to go in and erase. I'm going to hit X so I go on my black. Now on the black. And now I'm going to go in with a black brush and erase where I want the sharpness to stay, which is all the little details, eyelashes and lips and nose and little fingers and toes and all that. So, oops, like that. Me personally, I love little peeling skin on newborns, so I always keep that. Now I'm going to change it to 30% opacity, which instead of going up here to change it, I just hit 3 on my keyboard, and you can see how that'll change it, or 4 is 40. So that's another little shortcut you can do. And I'm going to go over a little bit more area, which is going to blend it more. Because you don't want super straight lines of having something really smooth and then not smooth. So that looks about how I want it to. And now I'm just going to take it down a little bit right here. Right there. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to merge all of it together, Shift-Command-E. And I'm going to go on my brush, and I'm going to choose this color right here. Change my opacity down to 20 and paint over this area. Since there's a little bit of redness, that's a quick little fix. If you just paint over it with that color, something right next to it, it'll take away some of the pink. Like that. Now that I'm done with that, I'm going to make a copy of this layer again. Now I have my copy. I'm going to go into my sharpening tool, and I'm going to sharpen all the little details, like the eye line right here, lips, toes. Anything that I want sharp and really in focus, I'm going to sharpen. Even this little hat and the little hair. Like that. You can see what a difference that makes. And I like doing it this way because it allows me not to over sharpen my entire image, but I'm just sharpening the little details, which looks pretty. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to merge it again. And I'm going to zoom out, and the color balance of it looks pretty good. I just want to play around with it a little bit to see if I want to change anything about it. So right here, now if an image was too red or too yellow, I would go in here and change that. So you can see if I was to pull this down really far, it would turn really yellow. You don't want to do that. Okay, so I just added a little bit of red, like that. I think that looks good. Not a huge difference, but enough. Now that that's done, now a little trick. Now if you have like purple feet or really, really red hands or something, a nice little trick you can do with that is go into a hue and saturation adjustment right here. Change it to, let's say, red. And you can see if I bring this up, only the red will change. Now if she had really, really red feet or hands, it would only change that. So you can adjust it that way, which is a nice little fast trick to do this. Or same, I know that with newborns, a lot of little ones have purple feet and whatnot. So you would just go into magentas and do the same thing, which this one doesn't have it, so you won't be able to see it. But here you would be able to just adjust the, the color that's off. Okay, let me just merge that real quick. And now lastly, I'm just going to go into levels. Like that. And I'm going to go on here and then erase everything right here. But this kind of adds like a little white light around. Brings up the shadows a little bit. Okay, so that's it. Let's see if I can go to the before. So this is the after completed process with just a couple of steps. You remember all we did was brighten it, we sharpened it a little bit, we smoothed the skin a little bit, and then I just slightly changed the color balance of it to add a little bit more warmth to it, and that's it. And here is the before.